Do. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the congregation. It is Saturday night. It's we got the blizzard coming in. I hope everyone is safe. I hope everyone is buckling down, preparing for this storm, especially if you are on the East Coast or even in the South. Oh boy, I had to pull over. I had to prepare. I have to hit the store in the morning. Hopefully, if it's not already here, then I can get there and make everything right. Hold on, y'all. All right. So hopefully I can get to the store and get everything that I need and get that going. So anyway. All right. Today's topic will be helping the Black Queen. Ooh-wee. I went over my last live and I'm like, I began to talk about single mothers, especially more specifically, single black single mothers, Black American single mothers, and the issues they have with raising young boys. Now, am I a Dr. Umar Johnson-esque type guy? No, I'm not. I'm not anywhere near that guy. He's great. He speaks eloquently, really great speaker. I like a lot of his methods. I really do. But people have been getting on that guy about this school. I haven't done enough research on it. I don't know. I just go by what he has said so far. And, I don't know what to think of it because, he speaks a lot about it. I understand it's really hard to do. It's a massive scale project. So people are comparing that to a small scale project. And if you think about it, it's a lot of money what he's collected, but it's not really that much money when you think about it. When it comes to building materials, construction, the electrical, plumbing, all that stuff, man, dude, that money has probably been eaten up a long time ago, I believe, or not very close to it. And then you tack on the legal fees he had to fight, the auditing, and all that stuff, man. To me, it just doesn't seem like there would be much money left after all of that. All of the money he sent, right? That he was sent. I just don't see it. I just don't see it happening, He's going to need another round of donations and a lot more money to get this thing off of the ground. So hopefully people can come in and help him out with that. We got some comments here. We got Patrick Russell says hi. We got the Flexi Girl says hi. Hello to both of you. I hope you are well. Drop your age and where you're from. Let us know. We could talk about it. Today we're going over helping the Black Queens. We are. And this is not like some Umar Johnson take on this. This is just me. I've dedicated my life for 17 years, guys. 16 to 17 years. I dedicated myself to Black women. Solely, strictly, only Black women. As you see, my wife is in the profile picture. She is not Black technically. She's Asian. But with how dark her father is, I will say this. Oh, there she goes right there. Meow goes, good morning, my handsome husband. Kiss face. Love you, baby. Good morning to my beautiful wife, huh? My Asian queen. Asian queen, today we're talking about the Black queens today. I got to talk about the Black queens in the community. So as I was saying, I dedicated myself for 16 to 17 years to black women only, right? Ooh, Patrick Russell says, ooh, yes. Ooh. Um, she's lovely, isn't she? Isn't she lovely? Isn't she precious? Yeah. All right. Yeah, baby. The topic is the black queens, and how to help them. Because as I've said, before I met you, I dedicated 16 to 17 years of my life to black queens. I was strictly dating them only, right? One would ask, why didn't you marry a black woman? I'm sure that comes up a lot. Well, that will come up a lot, but I would say I partially blame myself. Well, I mostly blame myself. Let me take that back. I mostly blame myself. You're a fake husband for real. Harley Swallam says, you're a fake husband for real, calling randoms baby when you're married. All right, bye. I gotta go have a nice stream. All right, Mr. Patrick Russell, you have a good one. Mr. Harley Swallam, what are you talking about? What do you mean I'm calling random people baby? Who am I calling baby? If you're talking about what I said earlier, I was calling my wife baby. She's there in the comments right there. The Mia Alcos lady right there, that's my wife. That's me in her profile picture. Yeah. It's all right, Mr. Harley. It's okay. I know it may be confusing. Sometimes she'll come in, you might hear me call her baby, and she'll leave out, so it might get a little confusing. What is your opinion on the black queens in the community? What do you feel? What's your stance on there? Do you support them? Do you feel like they need help? Or do you feel like they're like a lost cause? It's like lost trying to help them or be with them. What do you feel? Because as I was saying, I dedicated my life to them for 16 to 17 years. Mr. Harley Swallam says, we need more. Can you elaborate, sir? You saying we need more black queens or we need more people to help them? What do you mean? Someone named Jeremiah Brewer says 6'7". There we go. There you go with that demonic. Mr. Jeremiah, do you know that's some demonistic stuff? You need to turn on the lights, run the bath water, light a candle, say some prayers, and talk to God. That's what you need to do, sir. So I was saying, 17 years dedicated myself to dating them. I knew in my heart of hearts I was going to marry a black woman. I set it out for myself. Now, through my younger years, I was a mess. I was just the worst person imaginable. I thought I was a playboy. I thought I could have multiple girlfriends. It was even a time where, I was a cheater as well. Now, granted, I cheated on someone who cheated on me first, but that doesn't matter. It's no excuse, right? So, I didn't have a career. I didn't have anything, no money, no career, not even my own place when I was younger. Of course, I was young, right? But I was talking to a lot of black women, and the personality that I had at that time, it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. I was arrogant. I thought I was him. And that type of confidence drew in a lot of black women. I mean, a lot of them, right? And that's when I met one lady who was around my age at the time, very innocent, very, very nice woman at the time, very nice girl at the time. And I mistreated her so badly, man. I mistreated her so badly. I believe I didn't intentionally want to do it, but I, inadvertently turned her into a, let's say, promiscuous woman. Yeah. And then a friend of mine who was a lady, a woman, she came up to me very angry and said, "What in the F did you do to that girl?" And I was like, what happened? What did I do? This was years later. And she said, "You turned that girl into a promiscuous woman, and she went and stole my man." Wow. I said, "Are you serious?" She said, "Yeah. He cheated on me with that woman. She out here doing all kind of crazy stuff." Oh my God. It hit me. It hit me like a ton of bricks. And I realized, what have I done? What have I been doing? What have I been doing to these women? Corrupting their minds. I turned someone who I believed was very innocent into a terrible, terrible person as an adult. And I met her later in life. Let's see, about 24. 24. I met her and I said, "What have you been up to? It's been so long. What have you been up to? How are you?" Oh boy. And she just lays it on me. She's just like, "Yeah, I've been doing some unholy stuff and da 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 da. I'm gonna keep it PG." Some very unholy things with a lot of men. And I said, "Oh my God, what have I done? I'm so sorry." I tried to apologize to her about everything. I talked to her. Look, I know I was terrible back then. I was. But, you shouldn't carry yourself this way. You shouldn't keep doing this. Right? Well, she just goes, "No, this is just what I like. Plus, I have friends now who do the same thing, and we're all together." And, it made me cry pretty bad. I cried pretty bad. I felt so bad. Terrible. Someone says, yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Right. It is true. That is true. It's true. Very true. A true story. So I had a thing where I tried to go back and apologize to everyone and talk to everyone, women and men that I've, you know, uh, maybe I fought them or hurt their feelings, and then the women who I've, you know, maybe mistreated them during a relationship, a past relationship, or something like that, right? I'm sorry, guys. I keep coughing. This cold air is irritating my throat. So anyway, um, then came the mid to late 20s. That was where it got a little crazy. That's where I began to finally, around 26. I'm sorry, 24, 25 is where I finally began to get my crap together. And I said, okay, Now I got a little bit of motion. I'm beginning to figure it out, right? So I shouldn't have so many problems. That's what I was thinking. I shouldn't have so many problems. Now maybe I can find the wife. Is what I'm thinking to myself. 491 says you can call me Evil Shadow. Evil Shadow, like you talking about Sonic the Hedgehog like him? The Evil Shadow? But Shadow, he was already evil, right? I think Shadow was already evil. All right, well, I'm not gonna call you Evil Shadow, sir. This is I'm growing closer to God. I'm changing my ways. So I'm gonna call you uh the Holy Shadow. How about that? Holy Shadow. That's your name. All right, Holy Shadow. Please chime in. Let us know how you feel about the Black Queens, right? I'm gonna finish my story here. Hold on, y'all. I gotta close this window. These drivers now they want to start trucks and all that crap. Hold on. Dang it. Ugh. One thing, you better not hit my truck, sir. Don't hit me. All right, here we go. I'm back. Ooh, I gotta put more clothes on. All right, y'all. I'm back. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Then came the middle age, right? Mid-20s to late 20s. Mid-20s, I finally begin to mature, learn a new way, stop. Mia says, "Be careful, Malcolm." Yeah, I'm careful, baby. I got it. I had to close the windows because it was a lot of stuff. Yeah, it gets very cold. And Holy Shadow says, "What about the Black Queen or Smith? Who is SMTH? Smith? I don't know who Smith is. But the Black Queens. I'm giving my story about the first issue that the Black Queens have, right? So the first issue is my story. I told you earlier that I was just a horrible piece of crap guy. I was not a good guy during my younger years. I was very arrogant. I thought I was him. I was telling I'm him, but we weren't talking like that back then. I just had the confidence, the arrogance, the attitude, the swag, the as they say, the aura, the vibes, I had that stuff going on. And it was drawing in a lot of black women. I heard a lot of black women, but I also only dedicated myself to black women. So that's how that went. And then came along one girl at the time who I hurt really badly. Hurt her so bad she began to start a promiscuous life. Another woman came to me and told me, "Hey, what the F did you do to that woman? Because she stole my man." She is a straight hoe now. She's a hoe. What did you do to her? And I felt so bad. I tried to go back to that woman. I apologized to her. I tried to make things right, but it was too late. She's like, I have friends now. They're all the same. We do the same stuff together. I said, oh my God. Uh, so then came my mid 20s. Can you say, no, I can't say that. I'm not Kira. I don't know who that is. I'm Sean. That's my name. Mr. Zippy or Miss Zippy. I don't know if you're a girl or a guy. Why you want me to say that? Get me off topic. All right, let's go back to the story. So then came the mid 20s, right? I'm finally maturing. I'm growing up. I'm getting a little motion. I'm feeling good. I'm like, okay, now is the time because I don't want to get old and have a baby. So now is the time to start getting serious, finding that one, having a baby. It's going to be a positive thing for the Black community. Well, at this point, when you hit around mid 20s, you're old now, right? All the women, they call you old. And then the Black women who are in the same age bracket, they mature a lot faster than, well, all women mature faster than men. So they feel I'm not only intellectually behind or emotionally behind, I'm also financially behind because I still don't have a career, and the money I earn is not as good as theirs. You take an average 25, 26-year-old Black woman and match her up with an average 25, 26-year-old guy, you know, I don't know the statistics, but I got a feeling it's about equal. It's about equal, I feel. This story is about Mr. Zippy. It's about the Black Queens. This personal story I'm telling is from me. Quick dating life synopsis from 16, 15, 16, all the way up until now with me being 35. Yeah, right. So, I'm trying to find the woman. I took 2 years off of dating. That put me at 26, 27, right? 27. I find a Black woman. You can call her a social justice warrior, one of those conscious, Gaia, earthy type women, right? Pro Black woman. Super pro Black. Super pro Black woman. Oh my God. I was with her for about 3.5 years. We were so close. Oh my God. I'm like, okay, I'm finally getting into my career. I can afford to take care of a family. I can afford to start moving into the next phase of adulthood. Finally. And I'm going to do it with a Black queen. I let her choose the apartment. Well, first I had to get an apartment for her because she had a terrible living situation. So I get her an apartment. She moves in. She doesn't like it. And I don't blame her because it wasn't a really good one. So I said, okay, give me just maybe a year just so we can complete the contract. Once we complete the contract, we'll upgrade immediately. Oh, it was a rough year. It was a really rough year. But we completed it, moved up. I let her choose. Of course, she chose one of the most expensive ones in the city. at least top 3 to 5 top 3 most expensive ones in the area, of course. But I said, all right, we'll do it. So we get the ball rolling. Everything's good. So we reached about year 2. Year 1 was all of me making a bunch of mistakes and her calling me out on each one, which is good. I'm glad she did that. Year 2, it became her. It became her like 90% of the time. You see, she was on me so much, always getting me to correct all the mistakes, which is good. I began to grow, began to change. But now the ball's in my court, and she has to change now. In year 2. Oh boy. And that was like pulling teeth. You see, that's the difference between the man and the woman. The woman has the stamina, the energy to keep, just being on someone all day about everything they do. But for the man, no, dude, we're not going to keep nitpicking at you every single chance we get. It gets tiring. It's annoying. I feel, I just don't have it to sit around correcting someone all day. Right. I don't think any man does. But that's how it went. Long story short, relationship went sour. As she is changing, she's also turning into a different person. So it got to a point where we were just not compatible anymore, which is actually pretty natural. It just upset me because I was okay with her changing. I'm just like, don't expect me to keep changing into a new person with you. I'm going to keep my core values and I'm going to make slight changes around them until I get to where I feel is good to be. But with her, it was like, I need a revamp to become an entirely new person. Everything I've ever liked, everything that you've learned about me, throw it out. Doesn't exist anymore. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't know who you are anymore. And as I got to know her again, I'm like, oh, no. I don't like this person at all. I mean, it's good. You changed, you did some good stuff, but this is not the woman I fell in love with. So I don't know you anymore. And as I tell my wife, change is good, but change for the better. That's right. See, she agree. That's right, baby. So, yeah. So about 3.5 years in it, the thing hits rock bottom. We absolutely hate each other, and I'm like, I'm not going anywhere near that house. I'm not going anywhere near that apartment at all. Because the last thing I need is someone calling the police on me with any false accusations or any type of malicious intent. Is some guys that I've caught her texting or calling on the phone with, da 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 da. You name it, I caught it. So I'm like, at this point, nope, not going back there. Good luck with that. I'm out. And that was the end of that. So now I'm 30. Asako, when did we start talking? What was I think I was 32. Was I 32? No, I wasn't 32. I was 33 when I met you. Yeah, that's right. So we broke up. I was 31. I stayed single for about 2 years. 2 years single. So that put me right at 33. And I was finally able to separate everything from me and that the ex that I had. And that's when I said, you know what? I'm going to take a break from the Black Queens. So I moved over to try something new. This was the first time I ever dated outside of the race, which as soon as I did, I met my wife as soon as I did it. Right. That was 2023. I was 33. Right. I was 33 because I took the 2 year break. So that's how that happened. Like the first woman outside of the race that I spoke to seriously and actually tried to date, there she is right there. I'm still with her 2.5 years later. Now I'm 35 and we are still together. 2 years and 7 months, y'all, and climbing. And I'm very happy. I'm very thankful. I'm very appreciative for this woman being in my life. The greatest woman in my life. Yes, yes, yes. Love her so much. So back to the Black Queens. That's the issue with the Black Queens. Number one issue is the broken black man. That's number one. We are 31 minutes in and I'm just getting to that part. Sorry about that long story, y'all. So, number one issue with the Black Queen is the broken black man. Last live, I talked about the single black mothers, right? The single mothers, right? And I told them that they're raising these degenerate boys. They're raising them. But we cannot ignore the issue that these boys are being raised by single mothers due to the broken black man. My wife says you're the best husband in the world, Big Daddy. Ooh wee, baby, get me excited, huh? I'll end this live right now. Don't you try me. All right. Let's move. What was I saying? I said, all right, yeah. So the Black Queen, yeah, is the broken black man. The broken black man typically comes from the broken home, and usually from the single mothers, because they have abandonment issues from the fathers who left. So then they have a much higher chance of experiencing depression, anger, anxiety, resentment, suicidal tendencies, alcoholism. You name the list of things, vices, the drugs, yada yada yada. It mostly applies to those broken boys raised in a single mother home, and that's because the father left. Now we have to get into why the man is leaving. Why is the man abandoning the black family? Why is he doing it? Some would argue that it's the black woman's fault because she's choosing to be with these broken black men. Others would say, no, the black men is at fault because they keep chasing after these girls, these women, getting them pregnant, and then bailing out because they don't want the responsibility. I would say it's 50-50. It's 50-50. That's a issue with not just black women, not black queens, but with the black community, the black race, both African American and black American. That is the issue. You guys are lacking accountability. Now, I go on these channels and I hear these guys talking about it. You know, they do the panel thing, black woman versus black men, about should women be submissive, or why black men can't get it together, and blah, blah, blah. All these crazy titles. At the end of the day, these two groups are pointing finger and playing the blame game. That is stupidity. It's stupidity. That's what it is online. It's filth. It's garbage. And people consume it because they like to see people arguing. They like people getting loud. They want the clippable moments and the quotables and yada, yada, yada. It's all filth. That's why they never get anywhere, because they're playing semantics, digging up old history without proper context or use. It's 50-50, guys. You both are equally held accountable. And if you want to get deep into it, you just have to dig back, not even that many generations back. You can go to great-great-grandma or great-great-great-grandma if you're lucky enough. I was. And let me tell you, they, like many older black women, have some type of ill will or anger towards black men. They do. And they talk a lot of negativity about black men. They do. They do. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But that's just what it is. And this has been an ongoing tradition within the community, where the greats, the ancestors, passed it down to our current generations or recent generations of black women. Well, they raised them up to disrespect black men. They have. And black women can't tell you why. They get, they get excited. They get excited seeing black men get disrespected. They feel empowered when they go to disrespect a black man. They do. I've seen it too many times. I've even experienced it too many times. And too many times have I seen the movies, shows, books, you name it, whatever it is. I see it all the time. So I need to dig deeper into why. And the answer is because they were indoctrinated. Yes, the black queens, they have been indoctrinated for several centuries. This is not some recent thing from the 60s. No, this is centuries old. It's a deep, I guarantee it, it's a deep resentment towards black men for losing, for not winning the wars, for not being the victors of the wars, and proving that they are protectors and providing safety in the black woman's heart. They haven't been able to do it. We haven't been able to do it. I'm a part of it too. Black men, we fell short. In all, put it simply, that's what happened. Black men fell short. Our ancestors fell short. That's just what it is. And when a woman, a black queen, is putting all of her eggs in your basket, she put it all on you, all on back. She bet on black, right? And you let her down. well, we let her down. And this caused a massive crash over many, many, many years, many generations. And I can tell you this about black queens. Once you break their trust, mm-mm, they will always have that side eye for you. They're gonna always have it. So no, I mean they might give you a chance, yeah, they'll let you back, but that side eye will always be there. And the respect will not be the same. And I understand that. We do deserve it after all. Now, again, I will say it's good that black women are super women. They're doing a lot of great things, but they are making a lot of mistakes along the way. And because basically we're all learning on the job, it's on the job training with us when it comes to living in the United States. You know, we we have a massive setback. You see, every other race, especially immigrants, they are studying outside of the United States. They have the advantage. They're learning in different fields outside of the United States. They then have a system of unity, of community as well, where they're from. They then bring their educated mind and togetherness of their community and family, and they bring it here. You see, we are one of the only countries in the world who do not put family first. We put individualism first. It's about you getting your education, getting your own this, your own that, your, my. It's individualism. And that's the wrong mentality to have as a starter. As a starter. Starting, no, you can't do it on your own. That's why so many people are failing. They're following the footsteps of black Americans. Don't do it that way. Don't do it. You will fail. You need the family unit. You need it. What do you think they need to do, Asaoko? That's what my wife says. Well, Asaoko, I was going over the issues, but what needs to be done is this, as I was saying. Number one, you cannot, black queens, they need to learn, you cannot save or retrain the broken black man. You can't do it. That's their number two issue. Their number two issue, you cannot save or retrain or fix a broken black man. You can't do it. He has to be ready to do it on his own. You can guide him, you can assist him from afar, but you cannot do it. So many of them, they see the broken little sad puppy and they want to pick the little puppy up and, oh my God, come with me. Mwah, 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 I love you. No. Put that puppy down. Put it down. Put the puppy down. Leave him alone. Leave it on the ground. If you want to throw the little puppy some dog food sometime or help him out sometime, that's fine. Do that. But don't take the puppy home. I know you want to take it home. Don't take it home. Because what's going to happen is when you accept that broken black man in your life, he's going to break you. You think something will get fixed? No, it's not going to get fixed. He's just going to break you. And he's going to destroy whatever you have. And it's going to be destroyed. And then you're going to wonder why you're losing everything. Now you set yourself back 5 to 10 years. That's another generation. Our parents did not do very well with passing along the history and the knowledge that we needed to succeed. They didn't do it. Whether it be your whether it be your parents or great grandparents, whoever it is, 9 times out of 10, they didn't pass adequate information to you for you to succeed. And what's happening now is that we're having more children and we're repeating the same thing that our parents did or our great grandparents. You have some valuable knowledge, but due to certain reasons, maybe you didn't apply yourself to teach that child the very important information about living in the United States. Or, well, this is not even new. This is generational as well. Maybe the parent is jealous of the child. They're jealous. That child has a new start in a new economy, new technology. They're able to learn and capable of learning twice as fast and twice as much as you were ever able to do. A lot of opportunities at a younger age that you never had. And now you're jealous because that child is exceeding. And yes, that child, when they're exceeding at a very young age, yeah, they're going to be big-headed 9 times out of 10. They're going to be arrogant. They're going to think they know it all. That is going to happen. But you have to prepare yourself for that. You have to prepare yourself for that child turning against you because it's going to happen. It's a part of parenthood. That's why you need a significant other. You cannot bear the weight alone on your shoulders. It's not meant for that. You can't be nurturer and endurer and strength and all this other stuff all in one. You cannot do it. You can't do it. You're going to break. The family structure will save you from self-destruction. It will save you from creating more brokenness within the Black community. Because when you keep on dating out of survival and you keep dating because you haven't had love in however long, or sex however long, you become impatient, you become blinded, and you start doing a lot of stupid things that you told yourself you would never do. And then you end up with whoever, Jimmy Crackcorn, who's ugly and dusty. And he doesn't have any ambition. He's laying on the couch playing video games. Okay? And I know the video game thing is true because I watched a lot of the Black women, Black queen content stuff. And they interview the guy. What do you do for fun? Oh, I play video games, play 2K and Call of Duty. Yeah. So that's the issue there. Number 3, economics, financial, right? Black women, I think I know the fields that you are in, which is like CNA, nursing, call centers, hospitality, retail, usually in some assistant manager or supervisory position. I think I'm right. I will have to Google that later. But most of 9 times out of 10, when I see a Black woman, that's the type of profession she's in. It's going to be in hair, like salon or CNA, like a nurse, travel nurse, caretaker, things like that. And these are honorable fields. They really are. I'm glad that the black queens are so educated, but yeah, there is a reason why black women are so lowly paid, highly educated and lowly paid. That's what I think of when I hear the black queens. And I say it's because you're getting educated in the wrong field. You're getting educated in the lower paying fields. Now they could debate me and say, well, we're uh we're the lowest paid, but when there's a white man or a white woman in the same position, they get paid more than us, which may be true. May be true. I haven't done the research on it. But instead of trying to compete with the white people, what you can do is get into fields that are not so easily replaceable or uh, just in very, very high demand type skills, right? CNA, that is a skill. That is. You have to go to school for that. You have to get the job training for that. That is true. But there are a lot of CNAs out there. There are a lot of, oh, this is a big one, call centers. Black women are always in call centers, right? Black queens, always in call centers. Get out of those call centers. Get out of there. Get out of the social work. Get out of the call centers. Get out of the CNAs. Get out of there. Now, I understand if you do the CNA stuff, most of them have a goal of upgrading to an what is that other position? RN or LPN or something like that. They usually have that going on. I would say whatever, if you're in any of those type of positions, save up the money, get a new skill, and switch over. I would not recommend tech. I would not recommend tech. I don't know about tech. That one's too seasonal. Lots of massive layoffs all the time. You just never know with the whole FANG thing. The FANG, I'm going to say it. The FANG epidemic that happened during COVID. There you go. All right, moving on. That's the financials. You have to learn how to save. You have to get a family unit. Number 4, stop dating with all of these ridiculous financial standards. That is a big one. Black women, I know when you meet a man who treats you right, you want to go all out. And then you also want the vacations. And also you want this and this and this. Let me tell you, we are not in a vacation or splurging type phase right now. This is not the era for vacation, luxury spending, and all the other stuff that y'all like to do. It's not the time for it. This is about as close to the Great Depression as we're gonna be, right? Look at the people from the Great Depression. Think about your great-greats, your great-great Lola, your great-great-grandma, your great-great-great-great-great-grandma, right? Think about them. Look how they lived. Look how content they were. Look at the wisdom they attained. That's where you're supposed to be right now. Go back. Do your studying. Do your research. Learn that stuff. It's going to save your life. If you find, and especially if you find that black man who is standing on his business, he's getting things done, not doing the whole manosphere red pill stuff, not doing that, saying, hey, if I pay the bills, I get to cheat on you. No, don't sell yourself out for that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's bullshit. It's not right. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't do it. You don't need that. That's right. That's right, Mia. Tell him it's true. Don't stay with the man who cheats on you. You know, you think this stuff would be common sense, but it's not right now because we're in an era of over information without context. So people are making very simple things into very complicated things. We don't need that. Don't fall for the complicated internet rhetoric or narratives. Don't fall for it. Stop getting online, hate watching stuff, trying to find someone to argue with all damn day, all day. Stop doing that stuff. You could use that time effectively, learning something new every day, practicing a skill every day, or learning a specific trade every day. You could do this, all of this. So this is where the black woman, the black queen needs to be focused. They're too focused on the spiritual stuff, the mumbo jumbo, pseudoscience, crystals, and the dirt and the earth, and then meditation. And stop it. Stop that crap. Talking about the universe and retrograde and my spirit animals and stuff. Stop this. This is madness. What is wrong with you? Stop doing that stuff. Focus on God. Okay? Pray. Focus on God. Learn the Bible. I would say if you want to focus on a man, right? For the black queens, go read Proverbs. Go read that. Go read Proverbs. And don't just read it and take some quotables and then just go post them on. Don't do that. Go talk to like-minded people who can explain it better. You're gonna need 50 to 100 different opinions on that same passage before you begin to understand it. That's right. Prayer is important. Mia says you're right, my black king. That's right, baby. Thank you so much. So, hopefully, if you do have a child, I pray that you're not being too overbearing on the black child. Just stop whooping his ass stop beating that child for every little thing. Stop cursing him out all the time. Stop telling him take the bass out of his voice. That's a big one. Y'all always say that, take the bass out of your voice. Okay, and then when he grow up and he have a really squeaky voice and he turns out to be metrosexual or LGBTQ, don't get mad at that boy. You done trained him to be that way. Duh. What do you think was going to happen? You emasculate the little boy all his life, and then he grows up wanting to be dominated. Yeah. Duh. That's what happens. So, at the end of the day, the black queens, We have to begin to repair one another. As friends, stop always looking to rebut something. Stop listening just to respond. Stop being so quick to tear each other down. We have to build each other up. And for those weird black queens that seek the approval of white people, you cannot go to a white person to get that white person to verify that black person, that black man. It's not going to work. You're going to be single for the rest of your life, or maybe you could find a white man or something, if that's what you want to do. If that's what you want to do, go do it. Go do it. But I would say focus on building each other up. Stop getting so excited whenever you see a black man get disrespected or something horrible happens to that black man. You need a mental evaluation if that's what you're doing. We need a new generation of blacks, a new generation of mindset here, because the one that this degenerate culture has created, it's you know what? I'm going to say this as well. We did not create that culture. The bad side that we're experiencing now, we did not create that. That was created by the government. There you go. I said it. I did the research. Yes, that's right. 3-letter agencies created the black culture that you know today. And it's been done over several generations since the 80s. I think it started in the 80s. Right around the time of, I want to say Kennedy. No. Was it Kennedy? I can't remember right now. I'll tell you later. But it was started then. 3-letter agencies. They saw what we were doing. They said, this is pretty powerful. They infiltrated it, as they've done with every other thing that we start. And then they commercialized it, corporatized it, and put the capitalist spin on it, and drove it in the direction they wanted to. And it's being used in connection with the industrial complexes, several of them, as well as what's the other name of it? I can't remember right now. But either way, it's an intricate web. And there you go. It's all connected, and you are the fool, and they're pumps are just siphoning the money out of you and the spirit out of you while still fulfilling the slavery contracts that still exist, just in a different form. You don't know what emancipation means. Please stop saying that Abraham Lincoln emancipated the slaves. No. You are wrong. You're wrong. And it still exists today. And Donald Trump told you that. But you hate Donald Trump so much, you didn't listen to it. He told you, black people, be careful. It could happen again. Slavery can happen again to you today. Yeah, he told you that. And that's what he was referring to. The slavery, the whole slave thing in the United States, it didn't go away, guys. They never took it away or revised it or anything. They left it there. They never changed it. The emancipation was for a specific group of blacks, not all. And that's why You have the hypnotism today of that culture. The music you hear is not music, it's hypnotism. That's what it is. The shows you watch, that's not a real show. It's to hypnotize you, it's to indoctrinate you. It's all psychological. No feeling, no emotion, pure indoctrination and psychological babble to numb your brain and get you where they want you to go. And spend the money that way you can't do anything productive, and it's working. And you're so indoctrinated by all the other people, you can't even see your own shit. I want to see the Black Queens win. I want to see the Black Queens win. But in order to do it, Black Queens, you have to stop being so submissive and quick to join white people who are anti-black. You feel they're pro-black, but they are not. They are anti-black. They only like you because you are a woman. That's it. Your true place is home with the black man and that black child. That's where you need to be. Not running to the arms of some white woman feminist or white man who seems pro-black and all this other shit. If they want to help, fine. Help from afar. Help get the black woman back with the black man. That's what you should be doing. Not helping them tear down the black family. It's disgusting. It's disgusting what I see. It's very disgusting. All of you, disgusting. And this is why I stopped being a part of the black community a long time ago. Everywhere I turn, out of all the people I dated, there was not one black family who liked me. Not one. Not one. So anyway, that is my rant for today. I will end this live. Maybe deserves a part 2. It might, I might need to make a actual video. That way I can have it more structured. I can hone in on the points. God bless everybody. Asian Queen, I know you're eating. I hope you are well. Hope you eat good. Congratulations on your weight loss, baby. My baby lost 4 pounds, y'all. She lost 4 pounds this week. She said she wanted me to help her lose weight because I've been losing weight. So I lost 2 pounds this week. She lost 4 pounds this week because Sean decided he wanted a chicken sandwich and a slice of pizza. I've been eating good all week. Anyway, good night, y'all. I'm out. To my wife, I hope you... Yes, baby. Yes, that's right. All right. Good night to the most beautiful woman in the world. Love you so much, baby. Asian Queen. This will conclude everything about the Black Queens. There might be a part 2 another time. We'll see. Y'all have a good one. I'm out.